Most people buy this category wrong, not because they chose the wrong product, but because they bought it for the wrong reason. There are one or two things that actually settle this decision, and they almost never appear in the headline spec. Think about the actual moment you will reach for this. Not the unboxing, not day one, the third week in, when it just needs to work without you thinking about it. That is the bar. The Samsung T7 Shield 2TB portable SSD, up to 1050 megabytes per second, USB 3.2 Gen 2, rugged, IP65 water and dust resistant, for photographers, content creators, and gaming, external solid-state drive MU-PE2T0S/AM, black is built around go the distance. Withstand whatever adventure with the wildly reliable T7 Shield. It's designed for the elements with Water 1, Dust 2, and Drop 3 resistance. All, of course, at lightning speeds. That is the thing that separates it from what is sitting next to it at a similar price. It is not trying to be everything. It is trying to do this one thing at a level that earns its place. The first feature worth understanding is go the distance. Withstand whatever adventure with the wildly reliable T7 Shield. It's designed for the elements with Water 1, Dust 2, and Drop 3 resistance. All, of course, at lightning speeds. In practical terms, that means you are not fighting the product to get a result. It absorbs the friction that usually slows you down. The second is your content captured. Take on the project, then transfer all your heavy files within seconds with the USB 3.2 Gen 2 portable solid-state drive, compatible with PC, Mac, Android devices, gaming consoles, and more. This one looks minor on the spec sheet, but it is the thing you notice every single time you use it after the first 2 weeks. And the third is share ideas in a flash. The T7 is embedded with PCIe NVMe technology that brings you fast read and write speeds up to 105010 megabytes S4, making it almost twice as fast as the T5, which is more useful than it sounds until you actually need it. Together, those three things explain why this one has the reputation it does, and why it keeps showing up in comparison lists 2 years after launch. What the listing will not tell you is that brave the elements, get it done, rain or shine. With an IP65 rating for Water 1 and Dust 2 resistance, this SSD is ready to rough it. So even when you've got a dreary day deadline, you can keep your projects in perfect condition. That is the thing buyers consistently flag after extended use, and it is actually more useful in practice than the spec alone suggests. Here is where I have to be straight with you though. Make room for memories. Forge your own path with a full range of storage capacities. Keep all your prized files in one place with options from 1 terabyte to 4 terabytes. Pack in more personal content or store your biggest tasks on this palm-sized SSD. If that does not match your situation, there are better options, and I would rather you know that now than after you open the box. People who have used this long-term consistently mention brave the elements, get it done, rain or shine. With an IP65 rating for Water 1 and Dust 2 resistance, this SSD is ready to rough it. So even when you've got a dreary day deadline, you can keep your projects in perfect condition as the thing that keeps them loyal. The people who left critical reviews mostly bought it for a use case it was not designed for. I cover one of these breakdowns every day. Subscribing is the fastest way to catch the next one. On price, Amazon moves this around more than you would expect. So what I can say is that for what you are getting, the value holds up compared to the alternatives I looked at. That said, timing matters on Amazon. The link is in the description so you can check what it is sitting at right now and decide if the timing